Official. Real Madrid signs Trent Alexander-Arnold early in a €10 million deal. FSG expects a £72 million offer for Liverpool's world-class star. Could be Luis Suarez 2.0! Wirtz to Liverpool now just a matter of time as the Reds start negotiations strongly. Welcome, my friend Reds fan. Let's dive into today's updates. It is official. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been announced as a new player for Real Madrid and can be registered by the Spanish club starting June 1st. This early formalization of the transfer was only possible thanks to an agreement reached between Real Madrid and Liverpool, which secured about €10 million for the right-back's release before his contract originally expired on July 1st. The Madrid club's decision to bring the player early is directly linked to the new edition of the FIFA Club World Cup, which this year will have an expanded format and take place from June 15th in the United States. This competition has faced harsh criticism for being seen as a FIFA maneuver to increase revenues and benefit partners by creating a summer tournament unwanted by clubs and fans, while further straining the already overloaded player schedule. Despite the controversy, participation in the tournament promises to be highly lucrative for the clubs involved, with Real Madrid expecting to earn around €100 million in prize money for competing. With this outlook, Liverpool stood firm on not releasing Alexander-Arnold without financial compensation, even though the player was free to join Real Madrid on a free transfer from July 1st. The English club's insistence resulted in the deal valued at around €10 million, approximately £8.4 million. It is not yet clear whether this amount covers only the transfer fee or also includes wages that Real Madrid will save by registering the player early. In any case, the sum is significant, especially considering that Real Madrid had asked Liverpool for an early release as a favor, without financial compensation. Before the deal was finalized, rumors circulated in the Spanish media suggesting the compensation fee could be as low as €1 million, but these figures were later corrected, revealing a value 10 times higher than initially speculated. Thus, Trent Alexander-Arnold's early transfer to Real Madrid not only strengthens the Spanish squad for the Club World Cup, but also highlights the financial interests and strategic negotiations behind current football market movements. According to transfer expert Ben Jacobs, Liverpool expects to hear from Saudi authorities in the coming weeks regarding a possible bid from Al Nassr, who is seeking funding to make an offer for forward Luis Diaz, identified as their main target. Jacobs estimates Diaz could cost over €85 million, about £72 million if he leaves Anfield this summer, and his departure is unlikely to be a mere formality. Besides Al Nassr, Barcelona also maintains a long-standing interest in the 28-year-old player. The Catalan club has publicly expressed admiration for Diaz while evaluating the possibility of making an offer. Meanwhile, the Colombian is struggling for a new contract at Anfield, where he currently earns only £55,000 per week and is entering the penultimate year of his current deal. Although selling Diaz for a high fee might seem like a good idea for Liverpool, he is considered a world-class player by former coach Jurgen Klopp. Effectively replacing him could be complicated, especially as other areas of the squad also require investment. Diaz himself just completed his best season at Liverpool, scoring 17 goals and providing 8 assists across all competitions. His underlying technical stats are impressive as well. According to FBref, Diaz ranks among the top 13% of attacking midfielders and wingers in Europe's top 5 leagues this season for goals scored, top 7% for pass completion, 19% for accurate passes, and 10% for key passes. Selling Diaz at the peak of his career could resemble the sale of Luis Suarez to Barcelona in 2014 for around £75 million, a move that had emotional and sporting impact on Liverpool. While there are differences, the club would be parting ways with another South American star after a competitive Premier League season. Those who underestimate Diaz are mistaken. Just as Suarez was under Brendan Rodgers, Diaz is today one of the best players in the world in his position. He may be a bit inconsistent at times, but his numbers are impressive and hard to match by other players. Diaz is one of the Premier League's best wingers, played a crucial role in winning the title under Klopp this season, and achieved his most productive individual season wearing the Liverpool shirt. However, he will be 30 when his current contract expires at the end of the 2026-27 season, and interested parties appear willing to pay a considerable sum to take him away from Merseyside. There is much to consider. Is Diaz really a problem for this team? Or is his performance unfairly overshadowed by Salah's exceptional output, which is hardly a fair benchmark for any other winger? Should Diaz leave, Liverpool may reconsider his accumulated value, perhaps with the same sadness experienced when Suarez left for overseas football in search of greater challenges and rewards. That said, the resilience and intensity that led Klopp's Liverpool to success this season should be enough to overcome such a potential loss. Liverpool is very close to completing the signing of Florian Wirtz, a talented midfielder from Bayer Leverkusen, in what could become the most expensive transfer in Premier League history. According to the German newspaper Sport Bild, an agreement between the English club and the player is practically finalized, with only the financial terms with Leverkusen left to settle before the transfer is official. Negotiations between the clubs have been ongoing for about a week, and Liverpool has already made an official offer showing their desire to conclude talks swiftly, avoiding a long and exhausting dispute for the midfielder. The offer from Liverpool is substantial, including a fixed fee of around £100 million plus performance bonuses estimated between £10 and £12 million, totaling approximately €130.50 to €133 million. Despite the generosity of the proposal, Bayer Leverkusen still insists on demanding around €150 million to release Florian Wirtz. Liverpool, on the other hand, aims to pay closer to €135 million, indicating the parties are relatively close to reaching consensus, making the deal's completion very likely soon. Besides the transfer fee, an important matter to resolve involves training compensation. This is a legal obligation requiring a percentage of the total transfer sum to be shared among the clubs that trained Florian Wirtz between the ages of 12 and 23. The midfielder joined Bayer Leverkusen from Cologne in January 2020, and the clubs involved in his development are entitled to around 5% of the total transfer value, according to international player development compensation rules. Regarding Florian Wirtz's personal contract, it is expected he will earn around €3 million annually, a figure fitting the status Liverpool intends to grant him in the squad. In addition to the fixed salary, both parties are still negotiating bonus clauses, which will be divided between easier-to-achieve goals like qualifying for the Champions League and more ambitious objectives such as winning the Champions League itself, which would naturally involve higher payments to the player. So far, there is no indication that these contractual and financial details will pose a significant obstacle to closing the deal. Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen appear keen to finalize the negotiation quickly and efficiently. The English club started the talks with a very strong offer, which helps speed up the process and positions Liverpool as the favorite to secure Florian Wirtz's signing in the coming weeks. This acquisition represents a major bet on the future for Liverpool, as Wirtz is considered one of Europe's most promising young talents, with the technical ability and versatility to operate in several offensive midfield roles. His arrival would significantly strengthen the Red squad as they seek to remain competitive domestically and internationally. With this negotiation about to be completed, Liverpool once again demonstrates its market strength, investing heavily to build a team capable of competing for top honors in the upcoming seasons while setting a new financial record for the Premier League. Thank you very much for watching this far. Until next time.